For you people who don't know my dad, his name was Manuel Quintana. And he was a very fun-loving guy. He had so many friends, and he was just a big ball of energy. And whenever he had the chance, he would always be surfing. And I just remember it all came to a halt on September 4th, 2015. I was on the way to my friend's house, and I got this call basically saying that my father had a heart attack. And in my mind, I didn't understand the severity of the situation. I thought, okay, he's gonna go to the hospital, they're gonna treat him, he's gonna be fine. And when I got to the hospital, I saw my father on this stretcher, and there was a whole bunch of doctors and nurses like rushing him, like straight on sprinting him to the emergency room. And I just remember seeing my dad's face. It just seems like he was lifeless, like his soul had left his body, like he wasn't there. And that's when reality hit. I didn't understand what was going on because it seemed like this only happened in movies. It didn't seem like it would happen to a person like me. It never does until it actually happens to you. It seemed like the earth stood still. Like everything had stopped just for this moment. And I remember me and my family were just waiting there in the waiting room, and the doctor pulls us to the side and he basically explains that my father is brain dead. He is now a vegetable. And we found his will basically saying that he had never wanted to live a life like that. I mean, if you knew my dad, he was an athlete. Skateboarding, basketball, football, surfing, exercising, weights. Whatever he can do to exercise, he did it. And he just knew that that wasn't the life for him. So I had to make a decision based on his will. I had to pull the plug on my own father. As hard as it was to make that decision, I knew that it was the right decision, especially for him. And on October 19th, 2015, that was the day that my dad left his body. His soul went on to the next world. And my first lesson I really learned was that we take for granted so many of the people that we have in our lives. We take for granted our friends, we take for granted our family, our sisters. It's basically, anyone can go in any time. Your best friend can get shot, your mother can get in a car crash. You know, life has a weird way of taking people from you. And if you didn't really show them and express how you feel about them, there is going to be regret. I thought I had a lot of friends. I thought I had day one homies, man. I thought, man, like I grew up with some of these guys, but when this point in my life rolled around, no one was to be seen. And it really broke my heart, man. Like, yes, I did get a lot of text messages. I got a lot of text messages, Facebook messages, basically saying, oh, my condolences. Like, that was cool and all. Like, I did appreciate that to an extent. It was actually people that pulled me to the side and said, Justin, how are you doing, man? Because I care about you. And I thought people would like, I put it out there basically saying like, yo, if you want to come to the funeral, let me know. Out of all the people, man, like all the people that I thought were real close to me, none of them showed up. Six of my friends showed up to my father's funeral. And it was shocking. And that taught me lessons to make sure, be careful who you surround yourself with. Because you may think that they care, but when the whole world walks out, are they gonna be the ones that step in? And that's the reason I'm okay with my father passing, because I had that uncomfortable conversation with him. Coming from a Mexican background, my father is Mexican. You're not lovey-dovey with your father. It's more of like tough love, like shut the fuck up, like why you crying, man the fuck up. It was that kind of love. But I understood that he cared for me. But we really never had that moment of, I love you, Dad, like I really appreciate what you did for me, like you did the same. I had a moment with him because I was willing to have that uncomfortable conversation with him. So I was on my way home from work and I saw this like 19-year-old kid, like just on a freeway overpass, ready to jump, ready to commit suicide in front of everyone. And what blew my fucking mind was everyone was passing this guy up. Like they saw him, of course they fucking saw him. I mean, his father showed up, like the whole police had the area cut off, and the dad came, and the dad just like broke down in front of everyone, like hundreds of people. Like he got down on his knees and begged his son. He's like, please, son, I will do anything. Like, please just come down. I do not want to lose you. And it was right there and then I was like, man, like after that event, I got in my car and I started crying. I was like, I mean, my dad can go at any moment. Life hits. Life socks you in your fucking mouth. I went home and I just started crying, and he was like, you know, a Mexican father, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why the fuck are you crying in front of me, basically? And I told him the story about the boy before I came over, and I basically told him, like, yo, dad, like, that made me realize how precious life is, and I want to sincerely say from the bottom of my heart, like, I appreciate what you do for me. I may not show it as a human being, because at that time I wasn't comfortable with showing my emotions, not showing what I appreciated. And I said, Dad, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Bawling my eyes out, man. I was crying so hard. I was like, I appreciate everything you do for me. He basically cried in front of me, and the only time I see my father cry was at that very moment. And we hugged each other. If I did not have that conversation with him, I wouldn't have been as at peace with his passing if I didn't. So it's those uncomfortable conversations that you need to have with your spouse, with your sister, with your loved ones, with your best friends. Like, because let me tell you something, regret is the most craziest thing in life. Like, that is one thing that scares me. I'm so grateful at the age of 26 years old to be able to take risks, have those uncomfortable conversations, and it's making my life so much better.